always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense is on the field for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Gators want to move quickly. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Sends it back in motion. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Yates. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Here's the handoff. Quick step and go. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's complete to the left. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Takes the easy completion. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
First and goal for the offense. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Fires into the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 14, and that's the way you find some room to operate. 4.5. Back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gators moving quickly to the line.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough. front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off play action on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Backed up now, here's second and long. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play fit.
And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up 14 over Texas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive with a pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on for to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field.
He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Yates. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Quick toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Got it! Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Looking to throw at Stockton. Fires to the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was. Certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got it behind the line. It's Bender. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Got it in the middle. It's Graves. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll keep it himself. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's going to take off. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half starting. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Pressure coming. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming with it.
The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes a catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Goes to the option. He'll be stopped short. Picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Defense putting points on the board.
Man, I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They get to him as he throws. Quick strike complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete to the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Touchdown.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner will be knocked down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Breaks the tackle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Gators will hustle to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. Big hit there, forces 2nd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Under fire with the catch. It's Bender. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And
there he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Ripping through the defense. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. He's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Trying to beat the DT. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Fires to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bender. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Gators with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 19 to Ohio. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every...
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Missouri's offense will go on the attack first. On the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot...
He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! First points of the day are on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 20. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 45. Gashing the knee on the right. He's at the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. From the gun, the running back has it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? The give to the back. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Madden. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll bring it back.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man.
Off the play fake on 1st down. That's caught. It's best. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Missouri wants to go fast. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hit.
Turning it on! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's best. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Off play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Went up top on second down. That leaves them needing a yard here on third down. Rides the back on the option. The give. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. A long run from the running back. Not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone. Get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys. They get their own hurt.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like,
picked off. What a play to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Caught behind the line. It's Hill. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Third down play from the gun. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing the ball his way out. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know that. Get a lot more carries.
Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air. It's Stockton. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Fires to the middle. All by himself. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snags it. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Stockton. Got his man in the middle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half. Got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind find offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it down the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got a man. It's Yates. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. It's complete to the right. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50, and now to be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running to Green. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football.
Got some room and into the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and
just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do.
Hi.
On 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. This time he's got his man. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
They go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Puts it out of the air. Powers through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Firing to the right, complete. Jumped on top of the pile.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
They're working that left side. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets past the marker. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. The pitch. Rambles into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. UNLV looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 17 to Colorado State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Cook. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the black point and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
This time on target.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's response.
There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give as they work on that clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll get rid of it. Working that left side. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On first down from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Gets it out quickly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on...
When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've